So I was talking to a coach the other day. This is a younger coach, so they only have a year or so under their belt. And we're a gym that's been around for 10 years, and we have clients that have been with us for close to 10 years. And so we were talking about how to continue to improve your advanced athletes when maybe you don't feel like you're as advanced, or maybe you're not as advanced. Or maybe you're just, more concerned about your confidence level and your ability to deliver for somebody, especially when you're a young coach. Maybe you've only been doing things for a year or so like this coach. Or even if you've been doing things like maybe you've been doing CrossFit coaching for 3 years and the person you're trying to coach has been actually doing CrossFit for 13 years, okay? So how do you deliver a good experience for that client that might be the more advanced client? And my answer to them was fairly simple. When you're working with more advanced athletes, typically those more advanced athletes, it's not that they don't want to be coached. Some of them can be uncoachable. I will tell you that sometimes I'm uncoachable, and not because I don't believe that you can provide me value. It's more or less like sometimes I just need to get to the gym and shut my brain off. And yes, I'm aware there's things that could be improved, but today is not that day for me to try to improve those things. So that being said, though, is like that's actually a perfect opportunity for a younger coach or for a less advanced coach to actually allow the advanced athlete to be a part of the coaching process. And so how we do that is a lot of times with my advanced athletes, and although I may have a lot of knowledge to be able to help them along the way, maybe more knowledge than they even have or more experience than they have, even as a tenured coach, I still will give them an opportunity to tell me what they would like to work on that day. It's associating them to their specific goals that day. Even if those goals may not be around what their overarching goal is, maybe they want to compete, but today they just have one thing that they want to work on, because you'll find most of these advanced athletes, they already go into the workout with much more thought process than our less advanced athletes, or maybe just our general fitness athletes, because the general fitness athlete may not have as much experience to even know. They're actually more nervous about the workout. The more advanced athlete typically has something in the workout that they've already kind of put a pin in of saying, okay, this is really what I want to work on today, or this is going to be that piece that I'm going to struggle with today, or that I need to attack a little differently. They're already going through some strategy process. And so for me, as a coach, it's helpful if I can ask them what that piece might be. So the example could be, hey, we're doing 21-15-9 of thrusters, toe to bar, and box jumps, okay, or box overs, right? Let's just say we're doing box overs. Sounds like a terrible workout, but for that more advanced athlete, maybe they've already kind of deciphered through that workout of going, okay, well, I know that the thrusters at that 21-15-9 probably going to be around 95 pounds for me as a male. It's going to be around 65 pounds for a lady. That weight and that movement is just normal for me. Okay, so that's just an automatic. I know what's going to happen there. The toe to bar, man, 21 toe to bar and then going to 15 and 9. I know I can do that 9 set unbroken, but man, I don't know about that 21 and 15 set. And so that's maybe their biggest hang up right there. And then the box overs are just kind of the grunt work that you got to get through in that workout. Your hip flexors are going to be a little tired from the thrusters and from the toe to bar. And so, having your legs under you before you do those box jumps, that's going to be important. But the toe to bar, maybe that advanced athlete has already decided, like, man, that's the thing I really need the most help with today, or that's the thing that I'm really most concerned about today. So I might say, okay, well, so if the toe to bar are your main concern, let's talk about the other two movements and how they can support that. And so we might talk about their weight selection on the thruster. We might talk about their height of the box that they're choosing, or how they might breathe through the box jumps differently. Or, hey, before you get to that toe to bar, I want you to take 3 extra breaths. And knowing that you're probably not going to do 21 unbroken toe to bar, let's think about what manageable sets would be for your 21 set and your 15 set, so that when you go to the 9 set, you're not gassed and you can still hit the 9 set unbroken. And so we really try to personalize the workout and I'm really maybe doing very little on their technique. Maybe they're great at toes to bar. They just don't have the capacity or the volume for it. So I just give them strategy in the workout, and I allow them to tell me what they need to work on that day, what they want to work on that day. It also could be that person is, by the way, most of our clients have other things going on. They have day jobs, they have families, they have spouses, everything, so maybe they come in that day and they're like, I am honestly just mentally stressed right now and worn out. I just kind of need to go through the motions today. And so maybe I have them say, okay, well, what's the most, difficult movement that you have in the workout today? And they might say, it's honestly the toe to bar. All right, well, since you need to maybe go through the motions today, what if we lighten the load on the thruster so that you're going to the toe to bar a little bit less depleted? And then on the toe to bar, let's just think manageable sets of 3, at least on the first 2 sets. So on the 21 set, I want you to go, 8, 7, 6, okay? On the 15 set, I want you to either go 6, 5, 4, or you could even go 3 sets of 5. And then on the 9 set, you just feel it out. If you want to go unbroken on the 9 set and you feel good, great. But I want you to choose a weight on the thruster that you can just keep moving. I want you to choose a rep set that's not going to demoralize you or crush you on the toe to bar. And then just breathe through those box overs. Take them methodically, even step down off the box each time so that kind of lowers your heart rate. But let's just go through the motions on this workout a little bit today. And by doing that, hopefully that doesn't add stress to your day, right? But you allow that more advanced athlete to help you decide what you're going to coach them on that day. And then that's all you really worry about coaching them on. You worry about coaching them on the rep scheme. You worry about coaching them on, maybe one minute detail on their technique. And that's really all I look for. I layer on the technique stuff. I don't need to give the more advanced athletes 7 cues. Maybe I just need to give them 1 cue for the day to work on, and then just continue to hit home with that 1 cue, because guess what? They're going to be back in the gym tomorrow and next week and the week after that. I get plenty of time to coach that person. And so I don't need to, get crazy with all these cueings, because I'm going to coach that more advanced athlete over and over and over again. So the more advanced athlete, they aren't the train wreck in the gym, and they don't need to be, and you don't need to over-coach them, and you don't need to get overly consumed like, oh, I've got to show this person how smart I am or how advanced I can be in my coaching because they're more advanced. I got to prove my worth to them. No, have a conversation with them, ask them what they want to work on that day, what they need to focus on that day, and then you coach them up on that piece in the best way you possibly can, rather than just trying to dive into how smart you are, how capable you are of coaching the more advanced athlete. Give them a say in how you coach them that day, and I think that goes a long way as a young coach working with more advanced athletes. And by young coach doesn't mean age, but even just coaching age. But working with more advanced athletes, give them a say in how you're going to coach them that day.